After 4 months of tournaments, we have finally reached the College Ultimate postseason. Regionals were held these past 2 weeks, where 20 college teams won their right to play for the national championship in Madison, Wisconsin. Let's see who made the cut. Starting with the Southeast, they received 2 bids this year, with Georgia Joja and the Alabama Huntsville Nightmares securing the bids. The one team that has a chance to steal a bid is Tulane, who started off the year strong by winning the Mardi Gras tournament and broke seed by 7 places at Stanford Invite. But they hit a wall at Centex, where they lost 4 straight games, 2 ending on Universe. They came in second in their conference, losing to the Nightmares, but could get an opportunity to pull off an upset. After defeating Emory 15-9, they again faced Nightmares in the game to go. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull off the upset. Huntsville ended Tulane's season 15-10, which I believe marks the first time Huntsville has ever made it to the national championships. North Central also received 2 bids this year, from Carleton Cut and the Minnesota Grey Ducks, with Wisconsin being the biggest threat of an upset. Having faced top teams like UMass, Oregon, Pitt, and Georgia, the Hodags are a stiff unit that have a realistic shot of stealing a bid if Carleton or Minnesota have an off day. In the semifinals of the winners bracket, Wisconsin lost a close game to Grey Ducks and were kicked to the losers bracket. And in the winners finals, Minnesota would face Carleton. These teams have been neck and neck all year, with Minnesota defeating Cut on Universe at Florida Warm-Up, but Carleton taking Universe in their conference. This final will break the tie and determine the best team in the North Central this year. Cut would go on to defeat the Hodags and secure a trip to Nationals, where they could still meet Minnesota one last time. South Central was given 3 bids due to Contra having a great regular season. They finished 13th at Florida Warm-Up, made it to the finals at Stanford Invite, and won Huck Finn, which had 20 other schools in attendance. At regionals, Colorado and Texas secured the first 2 bids, and in the fight for the 3rd bid, Contra came out on top, comfortably beating Texas A&M. They make it back to Nationals after narrowly missing last year, and they fulfilled my prediction from the start of the year.
Central region, and almost always take the bids. But Contra almost pulled an upset last year by beating Tough in the semifinals, but then went on to lose their last 2 games, just missing Nationals. This year, I'm picking Contra as my dark horse. I think this year they have the capability to break through the glass ceiling and earn a trip to Milwaukee.
The Metro East has always been my favorite region to watch. With the region always getting 1 bid and no school having a monopoly over the region like Great Lakes or Ohio Valley, it's a perfect balance of chaos. Closed universe games that come down to the wire, Cinderella stories that come with massive upsets, and the feeling that any team has a realistic shot of making a run and earning an exclusive ticket to the most prestigious college tournament of the year. I predicted one of these 3 teams to possibly win, so let's see if I can land another prediction. Alright, let's see. Cornell was able to get revenge on SUNY Buffalo, nice. RIT lost to Yale in pre-quarters. Yeah, I didn't know Spuds were losing all their seniors, so that's alright. Ooh, Columbia's looking like they could make a run. They went undefeated in their pool against UConn and beat Yale on Universe. And look at that! Rutgers took out UConn in pre-quarters. Maybe Rutgers might meet Columbia in the finals. That would be... Oh, Never mind. I guess Ottawa beat them. Handily. Huh. Well, Cornell's still alive after ending Columbia's run, and it looks like they'll face... Oh. Ottawa made the finals. As the 1 seed. How come I don't remember seeing him in the rankings? Or ever in Metro East region before? Oh, whatever. At least the final is sure to be a thrilling battle, with close points and a huge... Ottawa. After participating in 2 USAU tournaments in their program's history, in their first ever USAU season, they swept through a tournament in March, cleared through everyone in their conference, then proceeded to destroy every Metro East team in sight. Their closest game had a 5-point margin. The balance, the perfect balance, ruined. All joking aside though, congrats to Ottawa. More teams in the USAU system, the better. The Great Lakes, like most years, only have 1 bid for regionals this season, meaning no double elimination bracket and no second chances. 1 loss on Sunday and your season is over. There are 2 main contenders for the bid this year. First being Michigan, who have dominated the region for the past 5 years. However, this year might be different. They finished 19th out of the 23 teams at Florida Warm-Up and went 2-5 at Easterns. Even though these were quality tournaments, the end of their regular season left much to be desired. Not to mention, they have to get through their region's #1 seed this year, Illinois Rise, who are having one of the best seasons in their program's history, winning the Golden Triangle Invitational, breaking seed at Stanford Invite, and reaching the finals at Centex as an 11th seed. The last time Illinois won the region was almost a decade ago, in 2015 as the 3rd seed. This time, they have a chance to go to nationals as the favorites. If there was ever a time to beat Michigan, it's now. To be fair, the year Illinois went to nationals, they didn't have to go through Michigan. I guess there's always next year. Moving on to the Atlantic Coast, who at one point this season had 3 bids, were only given 2. Unfortunately, Wilmington had a poor showing at Easterns, despite winning the open tournament to enter. Even though they lost a bid, they still beat NC State in their conference tournament, giving Seaman the 2 seed for the region and a chance to punch their ticket to nationals. In the championship bracket, NC State and Wilmington would meet in the semifinals. Wilmington would go on to lose to Skyrise in the losers bracket, who would then lose to NC State, giving Alpha the 2nd bid for the region. Next is the Ohio Valley, who secured their 2 bids, with Spank having a good run at Queen City Tune-Up and Pitt developing into a national championship contender. Ohio State Leadbelly could pull off an improbable upset against Spank. They already took Spank to Universe once this year in the Eastern Qualifier, so they could take 1 game from them in regionals. Ohio State and Spank would go on to meet in the semifinals of the championship bracket, where Spank were able to pull away 11-15. But Spank would then go on to lose the finals, and Ohio State beat Temple on Universe to set up a game to go, winner take all. but Spank was too powerful and took Ohio Valley's second national bid. Despite only having one bid to their name in the middle of the season, the Northwest managed to take 2 bids thanks to Oregon State coming out of nowhere, with impressive performances at Pres Day and the Northwestern Challenge. But the regional landscape is extremely volatile, with Washington already beating Oregon State in the conference final, leaving the Beavers with the 3rd seed. Utah State, UBC, and the Zion Curtain are all also capable of getting hot and winning out. In the championship bracket, the semifinals featured Utah versus Oregon and Oregon State versus Washington, where Oregon State was able to get their revenge on the Sun Dodgers to face Oregon in the finals. But in the backdoor bracket, UBC were making a run, ending Utah's and Washington's season before meeting Oregon State in the game to go. UBC barely lost to Oregon State at Pres Day and in this tournament pool play, but only this game matters for a regional bid. Oregon State takes it. They'll join Oregon on the flight to Madison this year. New England confirmed 3 bids to nationals, with UMass and Vermont likely taking the first 2. This leaves Brown to fend off the remaining bid from Northeastern, who took Brown to Universe earlier this season, and Tufts, who have beaten strong opponents like Ursa Majors and the Nightmares. In the quarterfinals, McGill managed to slay Vermont, meaning the Chill would have to win 3 straight on Sunday to punch their ticket to nationals. They took out Tufts in quarters, knocked out Northeastern in semis, where they met McGill in the game to go. This time, however, Vermont came to play. They took care of business by defeating McGill, joining UMass and Brown as winners of the region. Finally, the Southwest region settled with 2 bids this year. The Slugs, after having a rough start to their season, coming in second to last at Pres Day, and having an unprecedented 11 games go to Universe this season, find themselves in the finals after defeating Berkeley for the first time this year. The Ursa Majors are still alive though, but they must win 3 straight games on Sunday if they want to return to the national stage.
Coming